The president is mandated by Article 91 of the 1995 Constitution of Uganda as amended to assent to bills passed by Parliament, making them law. With regard to that, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni signed the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Amendment Act 2026 into law on 29 April 2026, a major reform aimed at strengthening protection of Uganda's creative industry and ensuring creatives earn deservedly from their work. The bill was passed by Parliament on March 17, 2026, following years of debate, benchmark, and wide consultations with stakeholders in the music, film, media, and all creative sectors. The legislation was introduced to Parliament as the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Amendment Bill in 2023 by two routes. Firstly, by the Maokota County North MP Hilary Kiyaga, who drafted and proposed the bill as a private member's bill and had it ready for its first reading. The Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, later introduced the government version of the bill. Deputy Speaker Thomas Taiyewa noted that MP Kiyaga agreed to merge his amendments with those proposed by the government.
We harmonized with government after getting leave to work on it. Government was like, let's work together without benefit of doubt, basing on what they laid on table and the organs of government that gathered together. I trusted them.
The final bill passed by Parliament was therefore a combined effort. Lawmakers noted that the amendment was necessary to update the country's copyright framework, which had struggled to keep pace with the rapid growth of digital platforms and widespread piracy. Speaking during the parliamentary debate, officials emphasized that previous law, enacted in 2006, did not adequately address online content distribution or guarantee fair compensation for creators. Under the new law, businesses including bars, broadcasters, and public venues are now required to pay for the use of copyrighted music and content. The Act also introduces strict penalties for copyright infringement, including fines and possible imprisonment for offenders. In a move aimed at addressing digital piracy, the law empowers authorities to order the removal of infringed content from online platforms, while also strengthening enforcement mechanisms across the country. The amendment further establishes a more structured system for collecting and distributing royalties, ensuring artists are compensated based on the actual use of their work. It also requires that all copyright agreements be formalized in writing, a shift intended to reduce disputes and exploitation within the industry. Through such formalization, the government enacted tax obligations, which will also enable generation of revenue from the creative industry according to the structures provided by the law. Additionally, the law introduces provisions to protect creators from unfair contracts, including limits on long-term ownership transfers of creatives' work, ensuring that rights can revert to original creators after a specified period. Stakeholders in the creative sector have welcomed the development, describing it as a long-awaited step towards improving livelihoods and professionalism in Uganda's arts industry.
But we are thank God that we are in a digital era and we have a digital system organization that is going to be following up, collaborating with the government agencies that is in place. UCC, URSB.
Really big milestone. We really want to thank God. We really want to thank the Parliament. We really need to thank the Member of Parliament who have been a voice to this. And we want to thank every artist who has added a voice and has been so active to reaching this milestone.
The government emphasized that the new law will not only benefit artists but also contribute to the country's broader economic growth by formalizing the creative sector and enhancing intellectual property protection in the digital age.
To a collecting management organization, those are collective management organizations are organizations which are going to be collecting this money. Then that money is calculated and given to the performers.
Musinwa Chauvin for Slough TV.